How does Tyson Fury defeat Deontay Wilder? Well, first of all, he's going to have to stay away from that big punch, and he's going to have to be moving well under a lot. So his cardio is going to have to be amazing in this fight, because Deontay Wilder doesn't get tired in fights. We've seen big heavyweights struggle with the pace and keeping up a hefty pace in fights going into the later rounds, but Deontay Wilder doesn't seem to tire at all. And that's because he doesn't hold that much weight. It seems like it's a disadvantage that he's just over the cruiserweight limit at times, and he's going in with big heavyweights, but it doesn't seem to harm him at all. He took some good punches off Luis Ortiz and he still didn't go down, so he can obviously take a shot at the weight, and it doesn't slow him down because he's not carrying that much weight. So he will be there for the full 12 rounds, just like Tyson Fury needs to be. Tyson Fury will be stepping away like he always does. He seems to like to move to the side and step back and come behind his opponent, so that his opponent has to reset his attack from a different angle, which kind of throws a lot of fighters off. It did against Vladimir Klitschko, and in his last fight he was doing it a lot. He was still getting hit in his last fight, but that was kind of... he wasn't really up for that fight. I mean, obviously he wanted to get through the fight and get the win, but he wanted to get the 12 rounds in, and he wasn't really on form for that. For this fight, he will be ready and in trim and ready to go the 12 rounds and fight for the full 12 rounds, moving well and being as awkward as possible to not let Deontay Wilder land that wild shot that could knock him out. Because that's all it takes really from Deontay Wilder. One wrong move, one mistake, and if he catches you, you wake up, the fight's finished. And that is what is at risk for Tyson Fury. So he cannot get hit clean once, really. He's going to have to be switched on for the whole fight. So his concentration level is going to have to be great. And obviously, he has great concentration level because he has shown it in the past. It's just he's going to have to make sure that he still has that as part of his game, considering that 2.5-year layoff out of the ring. But I don't think that should play too much of a factor in this. I think he will be ready and he will be as tricky and unconventional as always. And his fighting style seems to work. It is unconventional, it is different and very awkward, but it seems to get him through fights and get him the wins because he's 27-0 and undefeated, and he still has that lineal status of heavyweight champion. Now, I'm not saying that this is enough for him to win. Obviously, Deontay Wilder has a great chance in this fight, and I'm not saying that Tyson Fury is guaranteed the win. I think it's pretty 50-50 for this fight. It seems like the boxer versus the puncher, but the puncher can box, and the boxer can punch. That is what is at stake here. We're going to see a lot more of that. We're going to see Deontay Wilder on better form for his boxing game because he's going to have to be against Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury is going to be wanting to hit a little bit harder and get Deontay Wilder's respect, because otherwise, if he doesn't hit hard enough, Deontay Wilder is just going to walk through the punches to land his shot. So he's going to have to get Deontay Wilder's respect in order for him to prevent that big right hand coming over the top and landing. So Tyson Fury is going to have to be very, very fast and heavy hitting to keep Deontay Wilder at bay. But anyway, what do you guys think? Does Tyson Fury have the attributes to win, and how does he win? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please also like, share and subscribe to the channel, Crunch Boxing and Sport.